I realize I've been looking at this whole thing all wrong. Terence Crawford not only did Errol Spence a favor, he did Errol Spence fan base a favor. He did Errol Spence YouTube channels a major favor. Y'all don't have to pretend to like Terence Crawford anymore. You don't have to pretend to say he's #1 pound for pound. You don't have to pretend to say good things about him and you think he can fight this person and fight that person. You don't have to continue to try to throw boots on him and matchmake. You can go back to hating Terence Crawford and saying that he ducked Errol Spence. You can go back to normal, right? All of your fans that's been hiding, you can start new usernames, new screen names. You can come back and you can bash us in our comments and call us stupid. And we can start this whole thing over from scratch. Think about it. We got a reset. Right? But now I can go on making thousands of videos. Ego can go back to being ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody has to pretend anymore. Right? You can double down on your delusion that somehow Terence Crawford, who was always better than Errol Spence, we told y'all this, is now afraid of Errol Spence yet again. You can double down on your delusion. He provided you this. He provided you this simply by offering Errol Spence a second chance at being undisputed. Now, I would like to add before I get off here. Think about this. Errol Spence just made 147. Right? I mean, he lost. He got battered. But he did make the weight. And he didn't like making the weight, but he made it. So the only difference between Errol Spence making the weight now and making it later is effort, right? It's effort and being uncomfortable. Right? Maybe he doesn't want to go through that mental hell of making the weight, but he can do it. There's nothing preventing him from doing it, right? So the rematch, your issue with the rematch at 147 is that Errol Spence cannot beat Terence Crawford at 147. Now, I know y'all came up with all these excuses, but y'all don't even believe the excuses because y'all don't even agree on the excuses. Every time a new excuse pop up, y'all ride with that one. Think about this. Like, y'all had the rib injury excuse, which is hilarious because when you think about it, if his ribs were injured and he could spar for 6 weeks, and that's why his timing was off and everything, then what would prevent him from beating Terence Crawford this time if you honestly believe that? Because his ribs are healed now. Same thing with him getting drugged by his girlfriend. Don't get drugged by his girlfriend this time, right? He did some edibles or something. Don't eat the edibles. Derrick James was coaching too many people. Well, Derrick James, after Charlo, is pretty much just Errol to focus on. Rank 1 fight is canceled. Think about all your excuses and then think about how many of them actually apply to the rematch being at 147. Only one, and that's weight drained. If he got brain issues, he's still going to have brain issues, right? The only thing he would do in a rematch if he has onset dementia stemming from brain issues and neurological issues is possibly die. That's the only thing he would do in the fucking rematch because he's not going to win it by gaining 7 pounds. There's no medical science. And I ain't go to school that long. And I don't claim to be the smartest person on the internet or off. But I have never heard of any medical science that repairs brain injuries simply by gaining 7 pounds. None. Never heard of it. So he restored the market. We're right back to where we were. I guarantee you the super chats gonna start going up. The clicks are gonna start going up. We are back to where we left off, baby. And these Errol sexuals are gonna come out the woodwork. We are back. And we owe Terence Crawford this. Because if he would have whooped Errol Spence ass a second time, I don't know what would happen to YouTube boxing. The Shakur hate is a little hard to swing. The Shakur hate, it's not as profitable as the Terence Crawford hate. So we are back in business. I'm out.